the woman quietly packed her luggage, left the divorce papers behind, and resolutely walked away from the home they had shared for 5 years. Meanwhile, her husband was still showing off his affection with the scheming woman and their son, because he was convinced that no matter how outrageously he behaved, his wife would never leave him. Little did he know, the woman who once loved him deeply had already given up on him completely. On her birthday, she came home only to find her husband and the other woman were holding a wedding ceremony. Watching her husband embrace that woman, her heart felt like it was being torn apart. What shattered her even more was hearing the son she had raised for 5 years calling the scheming woman mom. Before she could even recover from the heartbreak, her husband pulled out a necklace and put it around the other woman's neck, and she instantly recognized it. It was the only keepsake her mother had left her. Her heart sank to the bottom. Memories of everything she had done over the past 5 years flooded her mind. For the sake of his career, she had stepped away from her own at its peak, and even sold her beloved violin to help raise funds for his startup, willingly becoming a housewife behind the scenes for him and their son. Yet even the son she carried for 10 months never truly cared about her. He even gave the talisman she had begged for to the other woman without a second thought. In his eyes, that woman was more important than his real mother. All her tolerance and compromises over the years not only failed to make them reflect, but instead led to this ridiculous scene. Reality finally woke her up. She wiped away her tears and walked straight into the house, but her husband and son didn't care at all. They even accused her of ruining their happy moment, and went as far as to call her selfish. Angrily, she exposed the truth about their 5-year secret marriage, but all she got in return was his furious backlash, and the child coldly defended the other woman, calling her vicious. Hearing her son say such things, she finally realized the truth and decided to let go completely and asked for a divorce. Her husband hesitated for a moment, but the scheming woman pretended to faint to get his attention. Seeing this, he nervously picked her up and left without a second thought, leaving his wife behind. Any remaining attachment in the woman's heart disappeared completely. The next day, she packed up everything, left the divorce agreement behind, and walked away without looking back. When her best friend heard about what had happened, she told the woman that the beloved violin she once sold had been bought by the CEO of her company and was now displayed as the store's most treasured item. Her friend encouraged her to buy the violin back, return to the stage, and rediscover her true self. Just then, the man walked in with the scheming woman. Seeing her, he froze and questioned why she was there. The woman coldly replied that it had nothing to do with him. The other woman pretended to be kind, saying she only wanted to buy a violin for a competition and didn't mean to make her uncomfortable. The woman clearly didn't believe her, so the scheming woman instantly switched to a pitiful act, claiming she was seriously ill and just wanted to fulfill her dream before it was too late. The man and the child once again accused the woman of being cold-hearted, saying she didn't understand music and was embarrassing herself here. Despite being married to her for 5 years, he never realized her true identity, yet he dared to say she was embarrassing. The woman felt sorry for who she used to be when she refused to sell the violin. The man even tried to threaten her with the divorce, but he didn't realize she didn't need him anymore. As the standoff continued, the CEO appeared and stood by her side without hesitation. His presence finally silenced the arrogant man. The CEO personally handed her the violin and invited her to represent the company